Greetings from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. My name is Chambi Chachage. I'm a blogger at UDADC, Rethinking in Action, and I would like to talk a little bit about my experience with the use of social media in Africa, with a particular focus on Tanzania. I started blogging in 2007 after being advised to do so by one of my friends at the Tanzania Gender Network Program, which is a non-government organization in Tanzania that is focusing on feminist activism and women's rights in general and gender equality. And the advice was basically that I'm doing a lot of research work, I'm doing a lot of writing, but they're not really accessible to a lot of popular readers. So for me, it became an avenue of disseminating the work that I do and the research that I do in a popular manner so that it can be accessible to a wider audience. And I use both languages in Tanzania, both main languages in Tanzania, English and Kiswahili. And my main focus, my main areas of focus has really been on issues of land rights. And I remember one of the major research that I did early on in 2009 was about encroachment of village land in Arusha, in a village called Vilima Vitatu, whereby a French investor was given a large chunk of land, and they had they decided to evict some of the pastoralists who had been using that land. So there were some struggles, and that also took a legal aspect, and I went there as a part of a fact-finding mission to really look at what was the bone of contention. And we found out that those people, those pastoralists at that particular area, had the right to use that land, but their right was being undermined by the investors. So one aspect of it was to inform the legal team that went to defend them in the court. Of course, it took some time, but after a couple of years, we actually won the case in the court of Tanzania. And I remember publishing a couple of articles in my blog that, as well as in the newspapers, to inform public debate about the matter. And at the same time, around the same time, I also conducted a research in Manyara region that had to do with some land that had been taken about 20 years ago by the state during the nationalization period. But during the privatization period, there was some reluctance in returning that land to the pastoralists. So for me, one of the style that I use is that, yes, I wrote a very lengthy report, about 100 pages, but then I also wrote a poem out of it in Kiswahili, and then I posted it in my blog. So in a way, for me, that is an intersection of what some people call activism and academic work, that you can write all these big, thick reports and papers and journal articles that may not really be accessible to the people out there. So if you really need it to be accessible, then you have to put it in a language that is popular, as they call it. But at the moment, I'm also interested in the fact that some people are even more interested in hearing or seeing rather than reading. So I'm also trying to, in terms of my future aspiration, is also trying to attempt to use more of voice and photographs in conveying the message to a popular audience than text. So basically, in a snapshot, that's what I do, and I've also expanded my avenues in terms of the social media. So now I'm also tweeting, and I'm also trying to integrate different platforms, so Twitter, Facebook, Litserv. So in a way, that helps to increase the reach of my message. Thank you.